But then we also, I mean, I know we talked on the Chicagoland Fall idea, but I know we had a tournament up at the Rock this weekend. I don't think we'll probably get into it a ton. Josh Fields, a guy that's been on this podcast, he was on there last week talking about the Puma Classic. He was kind of up leading the way at that event. So I don't know if there's anything, I know we were talking about it a little bit before. Is there any just quick nuggets from that event that we want to touch on or just kind of, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, we were scrolling through Twitter. Like, I was trying to scroll through Twitter kind of just, like, and see what was going on up there. I thought the coverage looked really good. So, I mean, just a few guys that I saw, like Josh Zemer hit multiple home runs, according to the tweet.
Pete, I had him on my list, too.
Yeah.
Like, people need to be on that. That right-handed bat, I think, is very real. Sorry to cut you off, but Glenbard East, corner infielder, really physical, and I just think he's a throwback hitter. Like every time we see him, he's just hammering baseballs, and had a huge spring for Glenbard East as well. But yeah, sorry, I just had to get in there. That was a guy I had on my list as well.
Totally agree, and that's a guy that like 3 years ago, top pick was like, hey, this is a guy you guys should know. I remember he came to like that GoPro event and showed really well, and then from there he's just kind of taken off, and he just has done nothing but hit in front of us. Another one that I know that you like, Drew, Jacob Height from St. Lawrence, 2028. You actually sent his video into the chat, and you're like, this is pretty legit. Yeah, I really like the video as well. Really intriguing. Looks like he's got a ton of upside.
And what he was my first guy I was going to talk on here, because you're spot on. I did like the video. It definitely caught my eye. We just released the 2028 rankings, and we bumped it to 50. You know, we're going through everything we've seen. There's a lot of guys that we had little nuggets on here or there that maybe did not make the list. Like, he is the perfect definition of that for me. That's like, man, that's a good player. He's going to be in the rankings in the future. You look at the way the body moves, like the movement patterns, I'm really in on it. I think the body is going to, like the frame is going to get really strong. It's fairly athletic. It's fairly long levered and high waisted right now. So yeah, saw the video, made me go back, watch some old videos that we had on him. Like he was at a scout day this summer. We saw him at a rock tournament this summer as well. And it would almost looked in the video I saw this summer, was like even more free flowingness in the hands pre-pitch, like a ton of rhythm. But I think the swing's really going to play. So yeah, I'm high on Jacob Height, St. Lawrence 2028, had him on my list as well. So keep stealing them. I love it. We're on the same guys.
No, one of the best bats, or two of the best bats that were there actually, we'll go Anthony Chavez, and then Ryan Wilberding. Just two guys that, you know, also just keep hitting like everywhere they go, every stop, every tournament, just all over the barrel. I know we had seen Chavez in Grant Park recently, and this was our first time seeing Wilberding in a little bit, I believe, but he was just all over the barrel. Looks like he got 3 hits in the nightcap. Yeah, just two bats. I mean, Chavi's going to Illinois. Wilberding's still uncommitted.
Wilberding, love the swing. I love the video. We just talked, you know, I'm shouting from the rooftops about Josh Zemer. Like, they kind of remind me of each other a little bit. And like the way their swings work, they're throwback, they're up the middle, gap to gap guys, and they're both short and on top of the baseball. They're not launch angle guys. Like they are flat, direct, and they're back spinning balls to the middle of the field, to each gap. They're not the long around the ball, uphill, trying to lift, and I love it. Like, it's throwback. It's very, there's like some moxie, there's some, you know, hitterish is whatever. It's a word you can use, but like they look like they are ready to rake baseballs when they step in the box, and I think there's something to be said about that. So no, Wilberding's he's a fan favorite of mine as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. They look like guys that you do not want to see walking up to the plate in a big situation in a game, just from past experience. But 3 arms that I had written down here. Russell Hangles looked like the velo was up a little bit from when I saw him in Grand Park, so he was up to 89. Just really like the way it moves. Maine South kid, high ceiling there as well. So,
and he's a 2027. I think originally he got tweeted out as a 26, but yeah 2027. Maine South has some guys.
They do, yeah. So he's one to watch for sure. And then Henry Humes, he was up to 88, and he's advanced, 3 pitches with a really good changeup. He's uncommitted. And then the last one I had written down, Jack Postma, super soft, Illinois State gamer. He's a 2028, one of the top 28s in the entire state. It looks like his velo is kind of trending back up from where it was at the super softs. He's up to 87. So just 3 arms that I really like. And it was good to see them all throwing well.
Josh Jones, uncommitted, threw well up there, was up to 89, but we've talked about him. He's a 2026 in the Bloomington Normal area, and he's one of the top uncommitted 26s in Illinois right now. He struck out 6 in 3 innings, so I thought he deserved a shout out. He's been throwing the ball well all summer, all fall. Gavin, that was a guy you kind of were on for a long time now. You saw him back when he was more like low 80s, and you really liked it.
Yep.
And then Brady Cleffer, 2026, looked like he hit a couple home runs this past weekend up at the Rock. He's at Huntley, committed to Wisconsin Parkside, 2026. So just 2 guys that, hey, the more guys we can give love, the better. So wanted to get him in there. One arm that Dane Poe saw down in Georgia that piqued my interest, talking about these 2028 rankings, a guy that didn't make the list. Dane Franks, a left-handed arm out of Orion. And I might be pronouncing that wrong. That's correct there, Gav?
Yeah,
I'm on it?
yeah,
All right, I
you're
love
good.
it. Love the thumbs up. So, no, left-hander that pitches in the mid-80s. Looks like the arm works, comes out, lower slot guy, but definitely a guy that we should be locked in on and following, and we'll make sure we go see a start next spring if he is pitching on varsity. So that was one that stood out to me. Another arm this one was up at the Rock, but Liam Nash, he was a future gamer for Team Select. He's up to 92. Like, he was showing some pretty easy velo at the future games, like 89, 90, kind of living in that area, but up to 92 this time of the year. You don't see that often. So that stood out to me as well. He's a stronger body too, like wide shouldered. And he's now going to be at Huntley going into this spring. But Liam Nash was one. Then 2 position guys. James Fiegelson, I thought was one of the better players for our senior future games down at Georgia in late July. He soon committed to UIC right after that, but man, he continues to show well. Like swinging the bat well, and then showing that he can really pick it, like actions to play the left side of the infield, arm strength to play the left side of the infield. Really like what James Fiegelson is doing at St. Charles East. And then Tyler and I have been talking about him for a long time, but Landon Clements just continues to seem like he's doing it. McHenry, 2027, middle infielder, played second base this year, probably going to be at shortstop this upcoming spring. But man, there's so much more to come in him. He looks young. He's so far from where he's going to be physically someday. And there's some bat to ball skills. He knows how to leverage the baseball, and he can run. He can really run. So that's a guy that stood out to me as well. Just continues to do it. So those were a couple takeaways I had from this past weekend, things that were crossing my desk. And seeing a lot of good stuff this fall. Like whether it's JUCO, our high school events, our other tournaments that are going on, we are seeing a lot of good baseball.